Greetings, friends. Dennis LaRue here with your hashtag steeltoesrequired quote of the week. I'm your weekly wingman right there and your chief encouragement officer, bringing you episode number 39 of the hashtag steeltoesrequired quote of the week. Now, for those of you that are new or you've only watched this a couple of times, let me remind you why I do this. The reason why I do this is because in order to grow, you need to get out of your comfort zone. You need to get uncomfortable. And in the public speaking world, I've heard over the years many speakers say something like this. They'll say, what I'm about to say is going to step on your toes. What they mean is, what they're about to say is about to poke and prod you to get you uncomfortable, to get you to think, and to get you to take action and get uncomfortable, because when you're uncomfortable, you're in a position to grow. Thus, the hashtag steeltoesrequired. So what I've done is I've taken a quote that's impacted my life or a principle, shared the lesson to learn from it, and also share it with you to add value to you, to get you growing. So with that said, now let's jump in to our quote this week. This week's quote is a principle as well, and it comes from Brian Buffini. Now what I'm about to say is this. I've heard it from him first. This isn't anything new. Again, the Bible says there's nothing new under the sun in Ecclesiastes 1:9. So this principle is not new. I've just heard it from Brian Buffini, and here is the quote. It's this: success leaves clues. Hey, Don, glad you're watching. Success leaves clues. That's our quote for this week. And again, I heard it from Brian Buffini. And Brian Buffini is a New York Times best-selling author. He's a podcaster, and I watch his podcast or listen to his podcast every week. And he's also a coach and has a great coaching company. And just an incredible. Hey, Melanie, glad you're here as well. Again, for those of you just joining, the quote this week is, success leaves clues. You know, I just heard that for the first time over the past year. And I heard it many times from Brian. And I got to thinking about it. He's right. Success does leave clues. That's so interesting. Success leaves clues. But as I'm thinking about it, you know, a lot of us say success is a mystery, or there's a secret to success. But again, there's nothing new under the sun. Ecclesiastes 1:9 says in the Bible. And that verse was written 3,000 years ago. And you need no further proof about there's nothing new under the sun, then check out TV shows. How about movies? There's no new ideas. There's no new concepts in movies. They all follow the same storylines. There's just different actors and different eras and genres. How about music? My son is a big music fan, and he's always telling me about, hey, this song is a cover song, a cover band. What does that mean? They're playing somebody else's music that's already been produced and published. Again, there's nothing new under the sun. And so it's also true with success, right? Success isn't new. It's been solved. There are clues that lead to it. So we're going to take a few moments together, and I'm going to share with you a couple of clues that I've learned, 2 clues that I've learned and discovered that have helped me be successful. And you know, when I was thinking about this, I was thinking about clues. And 2 things came to my head. First off, I've raised kids. And my kids used to watch a TV show with a blue dog. This blue dog named Blue, there would be blue paw prints all over throughout the show. And those blue paw prints were actually clues to a riddle to be solved at the end of the show. And they would get the clue, they would see the paw print and point out it's a clue, write it down in their handy dandy notebook, and at the end of the show, take all the clues together to solve the problem. Well, and the other I thought of was Scooby-Doo. Now, I grew up watching Scooby-Doo. Scooby-Doo was a dog who had a group of kids, and they had a mystery machine van, and they ended up in weird predicaments solving mysteries all over. And anytime Scooby found a clue, he didn't speak English. He said, "I round a roo." So we're going to share 2 roos with you today. And hopefully you'll record them in your handy-dandy notebook, and will lead you to solve the riddle of success for you. So are you guys ready to jump in and get these 2 clues? Danny, glad you're here. These 2 clues are going to help you tremendously. But first, as we've defined clues as helpful information, clues are just helpful, valuable, reliable information to help you solve a problem. And the problem we're solving is success. So here comes clue number 1. Are you ready for clue number 1? All right, here it is. Clue number 1 is define success. Define success. Give us a LaRue. I love it. That's right. We're giving you a LaRue clue. Define success. Because you see, success means something differently to each one of us. My definition of success is different from your definition of success. One person's success is money. Another person's success is position or power. And another person's success has nothing to do with any of those. So the first clue is define success for you. Now, have you defined success for you? If you have, would you comment below that, yes, I've defined my success, but more importantly, would you share that definition in the comments below? And here's why. If success leaves clues, let's leave some clues for others who haven't defined success for them. Your definition of success may be that one little clue. There may be one word in your definition of success that will be the one clue, the one nugget that unleashes the next person following you on their road to success as well. So if you would do that, share that in the comments. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to share you my definition of success. My definition of success is right here on this card. I wrote it in 2008, 10 years ago. I read it daily. I keep it with me daily. And here it is. My definition of success is I am a transformational change agent, personally, professionally, and globally. I'm an instrument of change, encouragement, healing, hope, a sounding board, a coach, and a mentor, and a forever friend in every life that I touch. That's what success looks like for me. That's a legacy statement, and it's an issue more of significance than success. But my definition of success means significance and legacy. So I just shared mine with you. There it is. Personally, professionally, and globally. So for each person, for each company, and for each country that I help change, transform, and be those aspects, that's success for me. So what's yours? Take a moment and share yours, because, again, success leaves clues. The second clue that I'm going to share with you, and this clue here kind of falls in line with what I've already shared with you. Again, our quote comes from Brian Buffini, right? Well, he's somebody that exemplifies success. So our second clue is, based off of your definition of success, who exemplifies your definition of success? Who is that? Now, I have many. As I was preparing for this tonight, I literally wrote down, within a few moments, 40 names of people and books that have left me clues for success. John Maxwell is one of those. Those of you that I've mentioned, Melanie, Danny, Don, you know who John is. John, for me, exemplifies success, exemplifies significance, exemplifies my statement I wrote 10 years ago. And so he is leaving me clues constantly on how to be a good mentor, how to encourage and inspire, how to touch lives, how to be a transformational change agent in people's lives, how to be a friend, how to add value, as he says it. Mark Cole, CEO for the John Maxwell Enterprise, is another person who exemplifies that for me. Hey, Michelle, I'm glad you're watching. Mark Cole is another person who exemplifies that. John Maxwell's right-hand man. Brian Buffini, as I've discovered, he is leaving me nuggets of clues all the time and opening new worlds and pole vaulting me to new levels of significance and success and adding value to people. So, who is yours? Share yours below, because again, success leaves clues. There's nothing new under the sun. So who has helped you in your definition of success? Who exemplifies that for you? Because there's somebody out there that needs to discover this person. Like for me, Brian Buffini opened the door for me. I'd never heard of Og Mandino before. I'd never heard of Earl Nightingale before. And these individuals, I've been listening to them, watching them on YouTube, listening to their podcasts, reading their books, in this case with Og Mandino, and I am gleaning great clues and nuggets that are leading me to success and significance. So who are those people in your life? Because again, success leaves clues. So leave a clue. You know, if today were your last day, what clues are going to the grave with you instead of being passed along for somebody else to reach? Success doesn't mean you keep all the clues and you keep them with you. Share the clues. Share the clues. Does that make sense? So as we bring this to a close, as we wrap up this week's Steel Toes Required, here's an action step for you this week. If you already have your definition of success, in which Danny just shared his, let me share his. He says here, Danny Davis says, to make a positive impact in the lives of people I come in contact with and to make the world a better place, to bring hope to the lives of the hopeless. It's a great definition of success for you, Danny. Who exemplifies that for you? Who is somebody that lives that out that people need to know? That's a great clue. It's a great statement and a great clue to leave for others. Now, for the rest of us here, here's an action step for you this week. If you already have defined what success looks like for you, and you've identified who, the next step is to take action. Take action. And how do you do that? Read books. I've mentioned names of people who have books and videos and podcasts. Attend a seminar. There are so many ways. The power of proximity. Get close to these people somehow, whether it's email or get in person. Hey, that's great, Danny. Andy Andrews is great, and John Maxwell as well. Andy Andrews is one of the names I wrote on my list. He is a great guy, a great leader, and he is just, I love his books. He's very intentional. John Maxwell as well. So folks, for you, take action. Get in proximity to those people. If you can attend one of their seminars, attend one of their seminars. And send them a note. Be prepared. Send them a note. Ask them a question. Because if success leaves clues, those who have been successful want to leave those clues. Ask them so you can get those clues and reach success as you define it. Now remember, your definition of success is different from mine. So define yours. Because if you don't define what success looks like for you, you're not going to have a clue on what a clue looks like when you define success. Hey, Jeff, glad you're here, man. So there it is. That's your action step. And again, as we wrap this up, as I was writing this, I've got actually 8 clues. I shared with you 2. Define success is clue number 1. And number 2, who exemplifies it? So you can take action. And that's your hashtag Steel Toes Required quote of the week. Success leaves clues. So pursue the clues that have been given to you. Where are you taking action this week to pursue those clues and to be successful? That's your task. That's your task at hand. So get your steel toes on and move forward and be successful and leave clues for others. And another great way to leave clues for others is to share this. If this added value to you, if you know some friends that are having a hard time, need some encouragement, need somebody who will bring encouragement, hope, a sounding board, a mentor, a friend, send them my way. Send them to this, to the hashtag steeltoesrequired quote of the week. Dr. Ivan Meisner, I love it, Michelle. He's a great guy too. With BNI and what he's done, he definitely is a great clue for people to follow. And definitely, if you struggle with networking and referral networking, that is the number one guy to connect with and read his books to help you grow in referrals and networks. Michelle, that's a great value add to this session. Thank you so much. And now it's time to close with my favorite part of Steel Toes, the blessing. I pray the blessing of bread that you know no hunger. I pray the blessing of salt, that you would have flavor in your life, but also you would be flavorful in other people's lives, which means share your clues. And I pray the blessing of wine, that joy and prosperity would be yours, and the love of God would be your portion this day and forevermore. Thanks for watching. Again, take a moment to share. And if you would like to be a part of the hashtag Steel Toes Tribe, send me an email at info@DennisLaRue, one word, .org. I'll post it here in the comments, and I will send you weekly emails, and you'll also get additional clues to help you grow and reach your definition of success. And with that said, thank you for joining me on the hashtag Steel Toes Required quote of the week. Take care, my friends, and blessings to you all. Bye for now.